In this video, we're going to share with you our budget and expenses for the year 2020 and how the pandemic affected our income. Also, stick around to the end of the video and we're going to share with you how much money we made at each of our work camping jobs.
Welcome to our channel. We are full-time RVers and we just love exploring our beautiful country. We aren't retired, so we continue to work in some of the most amazing places. The hardest part is we miss our family. Follow along as we share our work camping experiences, hiking, and exploring. So food is our number one expense. And this includes our groceries as well as eating out. We don't eat out that often. We eat at home quite a bit. And actually this in 2020, we spent $111 a month on eating out and $536 a month at the grocery store. Now this includes anything that we buy at the grocery store, including paper towels, toilet paper, things like that. And we do try to eat pretty healthy. We try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I'm looking over at my bananas as I say that. We really don't eat out a whole lot. Mostly we eat at home. I enjoy cooking, and a lot of times I use my Ninja over here. And I cook bigger batches of food that'll last us 2 or 3 days, so I don't have to cook on a daily basis, and it kind of tends to stretch our food out a little bit. Our budget might be a little bit high due to we don't eat any processed foods. We try to just eat as clean as we possibly can.
So our number 2 highest expense in 2020, believe it or not, was entertainment.
You've got to be kidding me.
You knew it was. Yeah, entertainment. A big part of that is our e-bikes that we bought. Anyway, we'll get into it here. It incorporates a lot of stuff, though. It incorporates attractions, alcohols and breweries, parking, electronics and gadgets, hobbies, sports and camping gear, and gifts.
And gifts. We have 7 grandchildren, soon to be 8.
Yeah.
So that's expensive.
Yes, it is.
Just
and
saying.
3 kids and their spouses and all that.
We send everybody something for their birthday, and then we got Christmas. And anyway. Yeah.
If we buy ourselves something, is that considered a gift? No.
It's a
So,
necessity.
well, it's still in the same category. Anyway, attractions we spent $335 on. That's like museums and our national park pass, stuff like that. Parking, we only spend a couple of dollars here and there.
Yeah, I don't even know why we count that.
Yeah. Electronics and gadgets we spent $203 on last year. Gifts, we spent like $1,200 something dollars. No, $1,500. It was $155 a month. Our budget's $100 a month for gifts, so we did go over our gifts.
All those grandbabies.
Yeah, alcohol and breweries. We have $200 a month budgeted for that. That includes like when we go to the grocery store and buy beer. We said that was in food, but it's not. We separate it out.
We separate that.
Yeah, and it's in alcohol and breweries. So we like our adult beverages from time to time.
We sure do. On our days off, we enjoy sitting outside and having a couple of beers and just.
Matter of fact, this is one of our favorites, green chili cerveza, and that's from Sierra Blanca Brewing in Moriarty, New Mexico. Thank you, Sierra Blanca. So our highest one is hobbies, and that's where our e-bikes come into play. We spent $2,088 on that and the upgrades for the bikes, mostly. Yeah. So our total for entertainment was $7,609.
Yikes.
That's $634 a month.
Wow. We like to be entertained.
Well, our budget was only $345 a month.
That's terrible.
So that's $300 over. If you take the bikes out of there, we're still $100 over on our. But a lot of that is probably the breweries. We were $56 a month over.
Wow.
But
we have a hard time cutting that back. We always say we're gonna, but we don't.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We do. seems like we haven't been going to as many lately. So in 2020, our third biggest expense was our truck expenses. We budgeted $5,672 and we spent $6,651. To break that down a little bit for you, we were actually under budget on our fuel expenses. We budgeted $400 a month for fuel, and we spent $332 a month in fuel. That's average now. Obviously, when we're traveling from place to place, pulling our rig, we're going to have more of a fuel expenditure. But and then obviously when we're sitting in a place like West Yellowstone for weeks at a time, then we're not going to have that big of a fuel expenditure. So we were able to save a little bit of money there. Where we went over was on our vehicle repair and maintenance. We ended up having to buy 6 new tires. I was going to thought we could get by with the rear tires, the rear 4 tires, for another till the first of the year, but it didn't make it that long. So we went ahead and changed those as well. So that put us over for the whole year about $1,200 on our truck expenses. Part of my mistake too was only budgeting $50 a month for repair and maintenance. I should have budgeted $200. Well, I would have probably doubled it to $100. Our truck is getting a little bit older and it's going to need repair from time to time. So this year I learned from my mistake, and I'm actually going to budget about $100 a month for our truck repair expenses, and I'm going to keep the $400 for fuel expenses, even though we're going to California and gas prices are going to be higher. So our fourth biggest expense is our RV expense, or shelter, we call it. Home goods and maintenance is, we have budgeted $50 a month. We actually spent $100, so we did go over that. I can see right now we're going to have to make some adjustments to our budget. The next thing was generator fuel. We count that in our RV and shelter expenses. So we budgeted $10 a month, and we spent $9 a month. Pretty much right on that one. The next one would be repairs and maintenance. We only budgeted $50 a month for that. My bad. We spent $115 a month. And then again, our RV as well is getting a little older. It's 5 years old now, 4 years old. Yeah, and so we're going to have to make some adjustments to our budget. Next was campground fees. We put that in our RV or shelter expenses as well. I've been budgeting $500 a month for that, but actually we've been underspending. We only spent $262 on that last year. We spent a lot of time boondocking and finding as cheap and free campsites as we can. So I'm going to make and lower that budget as well for this coming year. So our actual budget was $610 a month for our RV expenses, and we spent $486 a month. So we did come under budget for that one.
Yay!
One thing to mention is we have no loan payments. We think it's pretty important to go in this full-time RV lifestyle with no debt. I mean, you can do it with payments, but it would be a lot harder, and you'd have to spend more time working and less time living.
So our fifth highest expense is insurance, and our first being life insurance. Last year we paid $134 for the both of us. Then we go on to medical insurance. We do have the Affordable Health Care Act, and it's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield PPO, so we are able to use it across the country. Last year it was supposed to charge us $210 a month, but they do offer online classes that you can take and participate in. They will lower your premium, which it was supposed to be $210. It went down to $110. That's a significant savings for us. RV insurance. So our RV insurance is $791 through Progressive. That covers full-time RV insurance. Our truck insurance, which we have an umbrella insurance policy with that, is $130 a month. So next that leads us into healthcare. That includes doctors, dentists, prescriptions, vitamins, and eyeglasses. We actually spent $215 a month on average. Kind of high, we know. But we do take a lot of vitamins. We try to keep ourselves pretty healthy.
So next is your utilities. Included in that is like our phones, internet, electric, dump fees, propane, all that. We average $163 a month or $1,957 a year just on utilities. Some of the top ones are like our phones. We run $66 a month for our phones. Internet is only $26 a month. Our TV, like Netflix, Hulu, that kind of stuff, since we do a lot of streaming, is $34 a month. And our propane also averaged $34 a month. Anyway, that sums it up for our utilities.
What?
So number 8 is personal care. We spend about $56 a month on clothes, and we have $36 for laundry, and $32 on miscellaneous, which is like, haircuts, pedicures, things like that, for a total of $126 a month. That's pretty cheap.
So dues and subscription is category 9 of our top expenses for 2020. What we have is stuff like Passport America, Harvest Hosts, our Good Sam, roadside assistance, Amazon Prime, and Workamping News. Anyway, we feel like all these subscriptions really save us money, so we're good with spending $422 a year on those. So our number 10 biggest expense, and the final one, is business expenses. We only spend $29 a month on that, and that's stuff like our web hosting, postage, anything like that. So that wraps it up for our 10 top expenses for full-time RVing. So we told you that we were going to talk about how much, or we were going to let you know how much we made at each of our work camping jobs in 2020. As you know, a couple of them got cut a little bit short. We weren't able to come to Boland's the end of the year. So the pandemic did have an effect. But like Barbara said in a previous video, we could have found another job at the end of the year. We could have found a job in Page, Arizona. But we just decided to enjoy ourselves, I guess, and enjoy our family at the end of the year. That was very important to us.
Definitely.
So our first job for the year, we got there at the end of February, and it left at around the end of March. Was spring training through Aramark. We made $3,746 there.
That's all?
That was it. About $1,850 a piece.
That's not much.
No. And then we had to pay out $650 for our RV park for the month.
Yeah.
The next job we had that we started was the marketplace grocery. Now take account that was a part-time job. We usually average between 20 when we work in both jobs, we ran about 24 hours a week on that job. Before we started the IMAX job, we were running about 30 hours a week.
Yeah, I think so.
But for the months that we were there, May through September, we made $12,284.
That's not bad.
No, not for
Pretty
part-time. Then the IMAX theater, we were working full-time there, but we still only got about 36 hours a week.
Yeah.
And we made $14,670.
So not much more for working a full-time job versus a part-time.
Well, that was just June. That was June through September.
That's true.
Actually, a couple weeks into October. Yep. And then we had a stimulus check of $2,400. That went into our income for the year, for a grand total of $33,121.
Wow. We didn't make that much this year.
No, we didn't. But we did not work in January. We did not work in April. we did not work in October, November, or December.
That's right.
So we pretty much had 5 months off. I think it was even closer to 6 because we had like 6 weeks off in between those jobs.
That's right. So, what did we spend?
We spent, do we have to say that? Our spending in 2020 was $41,167.
Wow, for a difference of
$8,065.
yikes. We're in
Yep.
the hole.
We were in the hole, $8,065. We did take, and this is why it's so important to have an emergency fund. I mean, like I said, we could have worked, but we took $5,000 out of our 401k, and we had also some money in our checking account, so in our savings. So now this year, we started working in February, so we had January off, yes. We're going to have May off, and then we plan on working June through September, and then we want to start working again either in October, November, or November, December. We're not quite sure what we're going to do, but we should be able to make up some of that money. Besides that, the jobs we have this year are paying us more money.
And we're not paying for an RV site.
Yes, correct.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But hope this video helped you guys today. It took a lot for us to get this put together.
Yeah, if you have any questions, if we didn't cover something, you have any questions, please leave us a comment. Send us an email. Our email address is always in the description below.
Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Tell me when it's starting.
It is.
Oh, groceries. That includes paper towels, toilet paper, anything like that. Laundry soap, mostly everything that we buy at Walmart, except, well, no, I won't go into that. Why can't I do this right?
I don't know. You're going to talk about your Ninja Foodie and all that stuff. So, dues and subscriptions are going to be number 9. And what we do have there is $35 a month or $422 a year. Workamping news. Anyway, we feel like all these subscriptions really save us money. So we're good with spending $422 a year on those.